All right, tonight we're going to talk about relation. Now, a relation in math is a relationship between sets of values. Okay, so we're going to build up on our coordinate planes and our ordered pairs that we talked about yesterday. So when we talk about that, we have a few definitions that we need to look at. Well, the first is the domain. The domain is the set of first coordinates of the ordered pair, which is your x values. The range is the set of second coordinates, which are your y values. So domain is your x values, range is your y values. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. So when you put these as a set of ordered pairs, that's your relation. So let's look. Let's get forward again, sorry. So if you're given this relation, which is the set of ordered pairs, and I want you to find the domain and the range. Remember, your domain is your x values. So here we would list our domain as 3, 1, and -2. Now, if any of these happen to repeat, then we would not write it but one time. Okay, so this is how we would write it. We would put domain equals, and then we have the squiggly lines. Now when you're doing it on your homework tonight, that is the shift and the key with the bracket. So there's your squiggly line, and then you would just list your x values with commas in between. Now your range is your y values, so that is 2, 6, and 0. Now, so what would this be? Well, if you look at your domain, you have 2, 3, and 0. And then your y values are 4, -1, and -4. Okay, the relationship here, okay, we have a relation, can be shown as a table. Now there's 4 ways you can show a relation. You can show it as an ordered pair, you can show it as a table, you can show it as a mapping, or you can show it as a graph. Now a table is just listing your x and y values. So we put all of our x's, which was 2, -1, and 0. And we matched them up with our y values, which was 1, 3, and 4. We got those from our ordered pairs. So again, 2, 1, 2, 1, -1, 3, -1, 3, 0, 4, went into our 0 and our 4. Now we also have what we call a mapping. A mapping uses these ovals, and our first one is our x values. So the first one, because our first coordinate, those are our x values, and we're just going to again list those. So 2, -1, and 0 fell in that one. And then we matched them with the y values, and we put those over there. So that was 1, 3, and 4. And we just matched them straight across. Now, the other way you can do it is by graphing. So if you'll notice, this is what we did last night. We just graphed the point 2, 1. So starting at our origin, we moved to +2, go up 1. Again, go back to your origin. We're going to graph the point -1, 3. So -1, 3. And then we have 0, 4. Now, if you're given the following table, show the relation, the domain, the range, and the mapping. So here's our relation. We're just going to make an ordered pair. So -1, 3, 0, 6, 4, -1, and 7, 3. And again, we contain those squiggly lines outside of our ordered pairs. Now we list our domain. Those are all your x values right here. We list all of our range, which are your y values. And then here's our mapping. Here was our same table. So we list our x values, our y values, and if you notice, -1 and 7 both go to the same y value. We did not need to rewrite this 3 twice because they repeat. We only want to put them in there one time. Okay, so what is the domain of the relation? So my points were 2, 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, and 4, 1. Well, the domain is all your x values, so I should have 2, 4, 3. So I would have had 3, which would have contained 2, 3, and 4. What's the range? I have 1, 2, 3, and 1. So on this one, I just have 1, 2, and 3. So that would have been 4. And inverse, we're not talking about right now. All right, so I need you to pull up your digital notebook, answer those few questions, and get started with your work.